him? What's hard? I mean, how does your body feel when you think about showing him that vulnerable side of you? Can you feel that in your body? How does that feel? You said sad.
The vulnerability?
Yeah.
The sadness is like a stone in my belly.
Is it?
Yeah, sort of like, ugh. And wanting to lift that stone out, so to speak.
Because
The
there is
vulnerability?
something.
The vulnerability.
You don't want to be vulnerable. It's so painful for you to be vulnerable.
It's so painful to be vulnerable.
Right.
Whereas I think you have seen me in vulnerable situations more because of medical problems.
And when someone else is vulnerable, not me, I can be seen as capable.
Ah.
That's just
So there's a sadness here when your partner says, I don't really see, you don't really show me that softer part of you. And there's a sadness there, and it feels like a stone in your stomach, right?
Mm-hmm.
But somehow you help me. It's like what I'm hearing is for you to actually touch that vulnerability and show him there's something about not being capable there, not being strong. Is that it?
Not really knowing how to do that. How do you show that vulnerability? How to actually name it or to stay with that vulnerability
And feel
at
comfortable.
the time and feel comfortable about doing that. Like,
and to me that's...
and it you know, you could say it's associated to trust or intellectually you can, but it's very, very difficult to actually
It's difficult for all of us, yeah?
to give that up.
It's difficult for all of us, right?
Yeah.
Right. And we all have that sense of needing to protect ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think what you guys are telling me, I mean, we could go back and talk about your relationships, your past relationships. We've often learned that it's a very bad idea to be vulnerable. But we're talking about that you guys are also in a cultural context where that's not encouraged to be vulnerable like that.
And to some degree we have been vulnerable because
Yes,
of
you
cultural
have.
context.
Well, you've been together for a long time, and so is that what you mean?
No,
Sorry.
I mean being gay.
That's
as
what I
being
mean.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you're even more vulnerable gay.
Yes.
There's a vulnerability about being gay, period.
Exactly.
So there's an even, you need to protect, yeah. I validate and normalize their need to protect themselves as individuals and gay men in a heterosexual world. So what's happened to them since?
Well, I've continued to work with them. We've had 7 more sessions since you saw them, and we continue to work in stage 1. We're still working on de-escalation, which in a withdraw couple is getting each of them to engage more.
Out on the dance floor.
Out
yes.
on the dance floor. And interesting that you talk about the dance floor, because they now describe their relationship as, what did they say? Instead, they've moved from a tribal dance where they were each jumping up and down in one spot individually into doing a fluid waltz together.
That's beautiful.
Those are their images.
That's beautiful.
they're
I love
feeling
that.